But we begin tonight at 11 with breaking news on both coasts. Out west, a curfew now in effect for part of downtown Los Angeles after several days of anti-ICE protests.
And protests tonight here in New York as well. Dozens of protesters arrested as a group marched through the streets of Manhattan.
Eyewitness News reporter Josh Einiger live in Lower Manhattan, where it all began tonight. Josh, what's going on right now?
Where it all began, Mike and Sade, and where it's all coming to a pretty dramatic end. We're at the south end of Foley Square, and just on the other side of those police officers are a couple dozen protesters who continue to persist here. And just in this location in the last half hour to an hour, we've seen maybe 10 or 20 arrests. We could show you video as this evening has gotten more dramatic really over the last hour or two. Several dozen people have been taken into custody, placed under arrest for disorderly conduct. Of course, I should point out they are but a fraction of the thousands of people who were marching tonight against the Trump administration immigration policies. Meanwhile, 3,000 miles away on the West Coast, people in downtown LA are now subject to a curfew after the unrest that's persisted there for days. In a tiny corner of Los Angeles, the air is still thick with tension after days of unrest. Tonight, in the city's compact downtown, the mayor declared a curfew.
My message to you is, if you do not live or work in downtown LA, avoid the area. Law enforcement will arrest individuals who break the curfew, and you will be prosecuted.
The LAPD and other local law enforcement today flooded the area with resources as thousands of troops moved in. Active duty Marines and California National Guard members ordered up by President Trump against the wishes of their governor, Gavin Newsom.
And if we didn't get involved, Los Angeles would be burning down right now.
Newsom today posted pictures of Guard members doing nothing and claimed the White House hadn't even arranged for them to have a place to stay. Still, a judge refused to grant Newsom the emergency order he sought to block the troops from being deployed.
Trump is pulling a military dragnet all across Los Angeles, well beyond his stated intent to just go after violent and serious criminals. His agents are arresting dishwashers, gardeners, day laborers, and seamstresses. That's just weakness.
Meanwhile, here at home, a massive demonstration at Foley Square against the Trump administration's immigration policy. This is about as big of a crowd marching as I've seen in the city in quite some time. They're leaving Foley Square now, making their way west through Tribeca. Police basically out of sight, allowing this constitutionally protected and peaceful march to continue. They marched through Lower Manhattan to one of several federal immigration courts where ICE has been detaining migrants over the past few weeks.
And I think it's my obligation as a citizen to come and speak for those who are living in the shadows. Everything that's going on is just like heartbreaking, and it's really close to home.
And coming back now with a live look here along Foley Square in Lower Manhattan. Of course, once the sun goes down and the vast majority of the people demonstrating at this event, like others, go home, a small number stay behind and then can try to antagonize the situation. And there becomes a pretty dynamic situation, as we've been seeing here tonight. Several dozen people placed under arrest in the last couple of hours by the NYPD as police leaders work to prevent the images of utter lawlessness and rioting that we've seen from the West Coast. So far, they have succeeded in doing that. We will hear more about arrest numbers in the morning. Things do seem to be quieting down at this point, though, as the clock approaches midnight now. We're live in Lower Manhattan tonight. Josh Einiger, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.